Welcome back to the vlog. Today is December the 28th, 2023. It is definitely a Friday. It is absolutely gorgeous. I brought you guys down here by the lake again today to start out this video. Like I said before, one of my favorite places at this campground, so I really enjoy it. Today's journey is going to be a little different. A little town called the Villages. It's like the retirement capital of the world, and you'll see what I mean when I take you down there. But it is an absolutely gorgeous day here in Central Florida, probably low, mid-60s, barely a cloud in the sky, absolutely beautiful. I've got my son following me around like a little bird, but trying to see if I can find a gator. I don't know, let's flip you around real quick. It looks like probably one was like nesting in there recently because the grass is kind of pushed down a little bit. Maybe we should watch out and pay attention. But yeah, the lake is beautiful today. Not anybody on it. Like I said, it is a bit cool, chilly for a Florida day, but it is absolutely gorgeous nonetheless. They have this section actually down by the lake has a little dog park too. It's mostly just sand, but we've occasionally bring the dogs down here and let them run around a little bit. Haven't done it this trip, but we probably should do that. Again, this is a absolutely massive campground. 1,100 plus sites. Tons of land, beautiful lake. One of my main reasons for going to the Villages is I broke my pickleball paddle this morning. I was playing a couple hours and then I felt like this cracking sound, and the longer I played with it, it started getting more floppy and floppy. So this paddle right here has bit the dust. I reached out to the company though. They do have a 1-year warranty, so hopefully they'll honor it. But I'm going to go ahead. I've been wanting to run to Engage Pickleball there in the Villages and check out their paddles. So if I can get a replacement on this one, I will probably give it to Ben and keep my new one. But I've had this one for a little while. It's been a good paddle. But the handle finally popped on me. Our first stop brings us here to a little town center in the Villages. We have made it to the Villages. I know they have quite a few of these around the community. It's like a town center. Looks like they have a little center, in the center of the town center. It's like a little stage area where they probably have performances and stuff. It's a very active community. I know they do a lot around here. But they've got restaurants, bars, like they've got some boutiques and stuff. Well, they still have their really extremely large Christmas tree put up. I definitely know this is a very high-end community, retirement community. And look who we brought with us today. We brought a special guest with us today. Theodore is out and about with us. She likes to keep him in practice, so she'll take him out occasionally and let him work a little bit. But we're gonna grab some food real quick here in the Villages. This area here, it says Brownwood Paddock Square. Brownwood Paddock Square is what they're calling that. This area. So we're going to run up here. I think we're going to go to a poke bowl place. So that sounds exciting. But there's some really, really nice looking restaurants in here. There's a steakhouse there. Tommy Bahama over there. A lot of boutiques, a lot of high-end type stuff. So I can only imagine it's quite pricey in here. All right, I am hungry. Dole Mimosa. Beer, wine, Dole Mimosa. That sounds interesting. All right. Rice or what?
Spring mix.
What is that? Oh, like a salad. Are you eating anything?
Is there a way to do both? Can I do both? Yeah. Brown white rice or white rice? White rice.
Slowly jumps my mind.
Yes. What do you want? What about for you?
Can I have rice?
All right, white rice?
Oh, white rice.
Ooh. Looks good. Smells good. It smells incredible in here. So these are your protein options here, I'm guessing. Oh, they have Spam? I'll do rice also, please.
Any jalapenos? No jalapenos. Edamame for sure. Absolutely.
Edamame, like peas?
Yep.
Kind of. It's like a bean.
Would you like some veggie veg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He being such a good boy.
And what about marinating sauce? Mild, medium, and spicy? Mild.
So they have some, what they call stubborn soda here. I've had it before. It's like a craft soda. I believe they use only cane sugar. They've got a pineapple cream, a classic root beer, a lemon berry acai. Oh, that sounds interesting. Black cherry, agave vanilla cream soda, diet cola, and draft cola. I think I'm gonna start with some cream soda. Let's do it. And they got like a tap handle pull bar. All right. I kind of want to show you guys my bowl. It's a rice base, all kind of stuff in here. Kind of basically like sushi in a bowl I'm gonna go with a little bit of a Polynesian flair. I don't know, pretty excited. Let's dig in. All right, I got the Korean chicken, so let's dig in, try to grab a little bit of everything. A lot of flavor going on, a whole lot of flavor. Definitely got a little bit of kick. I bet I'm starving. Pineapple adds a really nice sweet flavor. Korean barbecue is already a little bit sweet, but the pineapple definitely helps out too. Not bad.
So I got a lot in my bowl, and I don't really remember everything that I got. However, it's really delicious. Like it does have some spice to it, but it's like a refreshing spice. So everything I got in was pretty much everything but the kitchen sink. So, let me show you. Whenever Theodore comes out with us, he lays under the table in a downstay position. Fifi! So he doesn't get up. He's got a safe place to stay right under the table.
Thank you. You too. Oh, that was pretty tasty. Yeah, it's cold. So they gave us a little sample of their Dole Whip. Theodore's gonna get a little treat.
He can't eat it until his vest is off, because when he's working, I don't want him having food.
It's like, well, there's a lot going on around him right now. I don't know that he's gonna eat it.
I'll eat it. Well, that's fine. You can eat it. When he's in work mode, he doesn't really eat much.
Not a fan.
No.
All
It's
right.
like when we go on a trip or something, like he rarely eats in the hotels.
All right, onward. One of the unique things you will notice at the Villages, or while visiting the Villages, or even just driving through the Villages, is the insane amount of golf carts. I believe they have more golf carts in the Villages than they do automobiles. Like they have their own roads, their own lanes, their own parking spots. Heck, I think they even have their own bridges for them. So you will literally see them everywhere. All right, so now we have made our way to Engage Pickleball just outside of the Villages. Like I said, I broke my paddle, so the plan is to pick me up a new one. I'm pretty excited. Paddle shopping. I want to come look at some of your paddles.
Okay.
I broke mine this morning, not one of yours, so I'm told I need to come check you guys out. Top tier paddle, those right there, okay. Gotcha.
The top line paddle is the Pursuit series.
Okay,
And he originally had the Pursuit Graphite, which was a fabulous paddle that made a night and day difference in my game.
right,
So I was using that one until he, we thought he could never upgrade that one, but he did. O version as well.
okay,
The standard EX and MX are 1/2-inch thick core.
okay.
The 6.0, anything with a 6.0 is going to be 5/8 inch thick.
What is
With
that
thicker,
gonna,
it's going to give you softer feel, better control.
gotcha.
Next 30 days, anything you don't like about that, bring it back,
All right.
get your money back or a different paddle.
Cool, thank you so much. Thanks for the help. Have a good one.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you as well. Ooh, I'm excited, I got my new paddle.
Aw, yay.
Ready to go put it to work and wear Ben out on the court.
Alright, use your pickleball pal.
So when making your way through Central Florida, it's pretty hard to miss the Villages. Got their massive sign covering their golf cart bridge. That's what I kind of wanted to pull over and show you. I don't see any carts coming over currently, but you can see some over there fueling up over at the Circle K across the street. But I'm assuming the Villages reaches both sides of the highway, so they know they have a lot of golf carts here, so they accommodate each and every one of them. I'm not seeing it. Usually I always see a golf cart. I'm even gonna prepare my zoom so when he come across, we can get a good shot. Oh, there it is, I'm zooming. Watch it, he's booking it across there. There he goes. I don't know why I think that's so cool, but first time I saw that, I thought it was awesome. All right, let's get back in the car. It's loud out here, and it's cold. We made it back from the Villages. I didn't really have much else to record, so I'm gonna make some dinner with you guys tonight. I haven't done that in a while. So I'm cooking 2 sirloin steaks. I got all this from Target. Some fingerling potatoes. Those are yummy. They got purple and then like a white potato in there. Got some baby Bella mushrooms. And this is all they had, shaved Brussels sprouts. Not super stoked on the idea of these, but I'll do the best I can. All right, first I'm gonna go ahead and get my potatoes prepped. I'm gonna pour them over here in the sink. Get them nice and clean, check them out and see if there's any bruising or if I need to do any trimming on them. In the meantime, I'm gonna head over here to my air fryer. Go ahead and get it cranking, 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. So after I wash them, make sure they're nice and clean. That one looks bad, I'm gonna toss it. Other than that, they look pretty good. Let them dry, or not let them dry, gotta get all the water off of my can. Bring them over here to a nice big mixing bowl. First thing I'm gonna do is come in with some Kirkland organic olive oil. Put a nice dousing on top of them. I'm gonna come in with some salt, some Himalayan sea salt. Potatoes need a good deal of salt because they absorb it pretty quick. Looks pretty good. Come in with some black pepper with my fresh pepper grinder here. All right, come in with some garlic powder. I like me some garlic, so I'm gonna go with that. Then I just like to toss it around and go good and try to evenly coat everything as best I can. Because the air fryer will dry these out, so make sure you add plenty of oil if you do decide to do that. Because the air from the air fryer tends to dry out whatever it is you're cooking. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning. It's looking a little thinner than I like. Sure is smelling good. All right, toss it a little bit more. Head over here to the sink, pour them out in there nice and evenly, spread them out. Maybe let a little bit of that juice drip over the top. Go ahead and pop them in the air fryer. I'm gonna dice me up an onion. When I'm eating steak, I like to have some onions and mushrooms. I got some onion left over from last week, so I'm gonna come in and slice those up into little strips, and then I'm gonna saute those for a few minutes over on the skillet, and after a few minutes I will come in with the mushrooms, throw them in because they do not take quite as long as onions. So if you put them in together, they will get soggy or the mushrooms will cook down too much and just not what I'm looking for. All right, nice little thin strips, what I try to go for. We're a big onion family. I probably eat, if I'm preparing a meal, as a lot of you know who's followed me for any length of time, there's a pretty good chance an onion's involved. We eat a lot of onions. And this is another Costco find. If you guys use a lot of olive oil, you buy this, it's 67.6 fluid ounces, organic, extra virgin olive oil. I think I pay like 14 bucks for this thing. That is a steal, and it is fantastic olive oil. I make a lot of my dressings and stuff with it, and I really like this stuff. All right, go ahead and get these onions on over here. Let those saute for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes before you add your onions, or sorry, before you add your mushrooms in. Again, because if you don't, the mushrooms will cook quite a bit faster than the onions. I don't know about you guys, I love mushrooms. Me and Jen is the only one in the family who love them, but I've actually liked them since I was a kid. I've always really enjoyed mushrooms. All right, so I didn't add any salt, pepper, any type of seasoning or spice to the onions because I knew I was going to be adding in the mushrooms, so I figured I would only season once. Let this simmer, saute here for another couple minutes. So as soon as I'm done with the mushrooms and onions, I'm going to throw in these. Again, I'm not super stoked on these. It looks like they just shave them, so there's a lot of just leafy pieces in there. I've honestly never cooked with these before, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, I'm gonna come in with my Brussels sprouts, throw down a little olive oil. These things soak up oil, so I will probably most likely end up adding quite a bit more in with the Brussels sprouts. Oh yeah. Let these cook down a little bit. I'm gonna come over here and start preparing my steak. So again, I got 2 top sirloin steaks here. I don't think I've ever bought steak beef from Target before, but they look pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and crack them open, dry them off, start seasoning them up. So yeah, I like to lay me down a paper towel, pull out the beef. I like to get it nice and dry, pat it nice and dry before I season it. Because if you don't dry your meat usually before you cook it, it's hard to get a sear on it. And with my steaks, I keep it relatively simple. I don't go too crazy with my seasoning. Salt, pepper, garlic is kind of my go-to. Garlic, you guys know I love me some garlic. Nice thick helping of garlic, covering the surface well. Basically all you're gonna do is flip over and repeat the same process. Brussels sprouts all finished up over here. I like to come in with some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I'm not using olive oil this time. I'm using an avocado oil. It's much higher smoke point. So when you're cooking beef, or at least when I cook beef, I definitely want it cooking pretty hot. All right, steaks are up to room temperature. Oil looks nice and hot. In with the steak. Oh man, these steaks are smelling good. So I'm gonna come in with some butter, about 3.5, 4 tablespoons of butter. Butter nice and melted. They're getting pretty close. I'm gonna come in with baste them with some butter. We've pulled the steaks off. Gonna let these rest here for a couple minutes. I'm gonna cook up a couple pieces of tofu for Jen. Got my purple potato in there. Put a little sour cream across the top. These Brussels sprouts are pretty good. I just tasted them. Under there somewhere is my delectable steak. Let's give it a shot. I really like keeping steaks simple. You don't have to over season them. Don't overthink it. Good hot fire or good hot skillet, grill, whatever it is you're cooking on. Some high temp oil. Throw a little butter on the end. Salt, pepper, garlic. It's hard to beat it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It was a good time. Got me a new paddle. Pretty psyched about that. It's a good day. Good day. Thank you. And I really appreciate you guys being there with me. And as always, guys, take care of yourself. And we'll see you here in a couple days. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.